Today we're talking about our exes, the new love, and the kids, and how do we deal. Roll it. Alright, I'm going to jump right into the email on this. It's a great opportunity for all of us to learn something when we break up with somebody and there's kids involved and we really still have emotions for that person, but they're kind of moved on. Here we go. Hi Nikos. I worked through a lot of the issues these last few years of breaking up with my ex. In your videos, you talk about making sure your kids see a happy relationship from at least one parent. During the whole relationship with my ex-wife, we fought like crazy and it was an unhealthy situation. I see what you mean. However, I am devastated that my ex has moved on and is dating new guys non-stop. I did meet someone and things are great, but I always get upset when I see her with a new guy. I keep thinking it isn't good for the kids. How do people usually deal with this emotion? I know it isn't normal. I just can't stop it. Well, look, your feeling of what's going on is from a place of A, not really getting over the whole thing yet, and B, your fear. Like, it's just a fear emotion that's coming out, and really you're not looking at it from the perspective of just a logical sense. It's more of an emotional sense, and when you're on the ball, you're going back to that logical sense, but then when the emotions kick in, they kick in hard. The reality is that you guys are done, you've broken up, you're with somebody else, she keeps dating other people, trying to find somebody, and it's not ideal. I understand that, and it's not ideal for the kids. I understand that. The reality is eventually she will find somebody that will be stable and things will get better in your mindset as well. Now, are you over this person? If you're not over this person, these emotions will be heightened. If you are over this person, then your emotions will be, more at par. You'll just get more upset because you're kind of like, what is this, another guy in the house? I hate seeing more new guys in the house, and it drives, 9 out of 10 people I talk to will say, like, it drives me insane, but what can I do? And it is that. What can you do? You can only do so much. I'm assuming with the breakup she has the kids more than you do, and that's 100% challenging. But the time that they come over and they see you with this new person, clearly, you're probably not fighting, you're probably not having that bad relationship you had before with your ex-wife. So they're kind of seeing that good relationship building. They're seeing that, hey, look at my dad, that's what a real relationship should be like, so that they actually get that understanding and start growing with that sense of what a relationship should be. That is the best thing you could be doing right now for your kids. Now, when you're asking, how do people usually deal with this emotion? Well, they accept as is what's going on, and they try to make the best out of it. They try to make sure that they encourage the best out of it, and they try to make their kids aware that everything's temporary. Don't stress too much about it, because I'm assuming, and in most cases, when your ex-wife is continually meeting new people, the kids are kind of like, depending on how old they are too, they're not really appreciating all of that, and it's really hard when new people come into the family, and you're kind of like sitting there going, well, what was wrong with dad, kind of thing, or all these other questions, or maybe they do know and they're like, well, we understand why you broke up with dad, but why aren't you just finding somebody that can be a positive role model for us? And that's one of the hardest things ever, and that's where you need to just step up your game and really say to yourself, I'm over everything that's happened, it's done. Now I'm gonna provide the best way I can for my kids, and I will focus on making sure they have everything they need while they go through this transition that may take, a couple months more, or maybe a couple years more, and you'll never be able to know what the best route is until you start communicating with your kids and trying to communicate with your ex-wife so you can get the best out of them. You never want to fight, you never want to shout, you never want to be in that place where you're the Mr. Negative. You want to provide that good environment back home so the kids can have a great place to come back to. Eventually, as the kids get older, they'll start realizing, hey, look at all the stuff that my dad has been doing, and they'll start to migrate in the right direction of what life is all about, what relationships are all about, and how things should be moving, instead of seeing a totally negative environment all the time. So take some time to just really let go of everything that's occurred. Take some time to start learning or taking more opportunities to start communicating more and learning what the best communication strategies you can implement with your ex-wife, with your kids, and with the new person you're with, because you need to take them into account and make sure they understand what you're going through. So really be open in communication with them so they can support you through everything that's happening. It's really hard what you're going through. I haven't been through it, but I've coached people through it, and I gotta tell you, it's a place you don't really want to be, and I don't think any person wants to be, but it happens, and it happens a lot. You're not the first, you're not the last. So take it the way you think is the best way you can proceed. Always, if you can go talk to somebody and see somebody about this and walk you through it, maybe it's something that would be beneficial, but talk it over with the new person in your life. If they're there now, they might be there for a long time, and even forever, hopefully, so you don't have to be looking for anybody else again. And talk it over with them. Really have these honest communication opportunities. Take advantage of the opportunities and really make things count. There's Nikos Rentas, mentorsapproach.com. Like and comment below. Let me know what you think, and of course, subscribe.